Hey guys, SeanB. Today we have the first balance patch of 2025 and it is starting off with Ragdoll. So I'm kind of excited for this one. I hope that you guys are excited for balance patches as well because it is pretty much the only time that you feel like you're playing with something new, pretty much. Because you don't get new unit, at least you get balance patch changes to your unit. So they're new. Anyway, starting off with Dark Dragon Knight. Passive. Decrease damage taken by 10% instead of reflect 15% of damage back to the enemy. That is quite a nerf, to be honest. That is a 5% damage reduction nerf, and you no longer reflect the damage to the enemy because in the past, the reflect damage can accidentally kill some one-shot unit out there, and it is also a form of damage for Ragdoll team because usually they are tanky team and they rely on surviving, and the reflect damage can help with that quite a fair bit. So that is a nerf to Ragdoll, one of the craziest LD5 in Summoners War. But it doesn't change the core mechanic of Ragdoll, which is to give you team attack bar. So I think he's still going to be the same. He's still going to be really, really good. It's just that he's going to be a bit less good compared to before. Next up, we have the Light Evo, another top tier LD5 for the endgame player. You see this unit in tournament, and it is very hard to counter this unit. It is always pre-ban because it is way too fast, defense break all the time, strip stun, and many other strong things in this one unit. And now the strip goes from 100% to 75%. So, less consistency, more RNG, which is what counters really love, okay? They don't want unit to do things all the time. They want the unit to do things sometimes. And then RNG happen and the match get longer and they love it. M. Bison win, SAGAR nerf, max cooldown for the skill 3, extra 1 turn. Small nerf right there, doesn't really change anything about the unit. It's just that he will do that less often, which is cool because sometimes you feel like SAGAR doesn't really have a cooldown when he Valiant Pro in between. But the good thing about SAGAR is that when the skill 3 is on cooldown, the skill 1 is still really strong. So once again, it doesn't really change the unit at the core, but it makes the unit a bit less good, pretty much. Indra Light, this should be a buff, okay? Because this guy nobody use. As is, he will gain 100% crit rate, but he will have attack that always land as a critical hit, which is really good because 100% crit rate is not always landing as a critical hit because you can have glancing debuff and all that stuff that affect the crit rate. So this will allow him to land things more consistently. But then it also doesn't change the identity of the unit because I think Light Indra has an identity crisis because people don't really know whether to build him as a debuffer or a damage dealer because when you build as a damage dealer, you're very squishy and you die too quickly. But as a debuffer, then he doesn't do really good damage, and he's not as good as a debuffer compared to the real debuffer. So, not sure if that's going to help him, but at least it's a little bit better. Next, we have the Panda Warrior Dark. They are changing the passive entirely. So now the passive is to remove inability effect on himself and another ally whenever you fall under inability effect. But which ally? The one with the lowest HP? The one with the lowest attack bar? We don't know. Maybe they are missing some text right there. Classic calm to us. Reusable in 6 turn. So no more of that self-healing that is very good for Bruiser battle. I'm not sure if the Dark Panda user will be happy about this, but controlling the Dark Panda might not be as easy. And he would have the revenge, he'll have the healing over time when you're trying to stun him. But without the heal when he do a lot of damage, because this guy, Dark Panda, is really good at doing big damage, and the self-healing help him survive better. So I'm not sure if this is good. Reusable in 6 turn, and when you max out the skill up, it'll be reusable in 3 turn. Not that bad, but is this a good move? Maybe it's good, because sometimes I've questioned things in the past. I think it's not that good, but it turned out to be actually pretty good. Maybe this is a good change. But I feel like they could have kept the recover HP with the damage dealt. That could have been better, just saying. I think for a very low tier unit, you don't have to do the buff a little bit and nerf a little bit. They like doing that to make the things more balanced. But for like very low tier, low usage unit, then they need to buffed it without the drawback. It's kind of weird for the Dark Panda, which because everyone that owned Dark Panda probably complain about Dark Panda a lot. Some people really appreciate him, but he's really hard to appreciate. But maybe this gonna be good. I'm not too sure. Maybe. Twin Angel Dark. Remove one harmful effect on the target with the Horn of Fate. I think that's a skill that boosts the unit that allow it to move and then do the big damage with the AoE defense spec that the thing can set up. Remove one extra harmful effect granted on the target. So if it's stun, you can boost the unit and take away the stun, which is amazing. I think that's great. Nothing to complain about, to be honest. But it'd be great if it remove all harmful effect. Not one, all. But the problem with Twin Angel is that it has too many skill, and each skill cannot do too much. So they're keeping it at removing one harmful effect only to make it more balanced. Triss. All Triss can now strip with skill 1 with a 20% chance. Not a huge thing. Not a huge thing. A small thing indeed. Not sure if it's good. 20% chance is a joke. So I would not really rely on that too much. It's making them similar to the Shizuka family, where they can strip skill 1 and do something with the skill 1, but the strip chance is very, very low. Trish Dark. Each hit will inflict 2 continuous damage for 1 turn. Oh, because the skill 3 can ignore defense according to number of debuff on the enemy. So now it inflict more debuff but less turn, but it's kind of the same thing, but more debuff. So it get the ignore defense easier with less setup. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I feel like the Dark Triss is just trying to be... No, I feel like after Lucian, they kind of fucked up. That one AoE ignore defense unit was way too strong. They have been trying to make other ignore defense AoE unit, but all of them have some kind of drawback, like water, dice, Dark Trish, and is there a fire guy that AoE ignore defense? But anyway, Faye, any other AoE ignore defense unit always have some kind of drawback. And this one that is the drawback. You need setup because they fucked up. AoE ignore defense is just way too fucking strong with the level of rune quality nowadays. But hey, Doctor is kind of cool. I would love to have one. Looks kind of fun to use. Geralt Dark. Increase damage dealt by 40% for every buff granted on himself. I feel like they just don't really understand that people don't use this guy to like AoE cleave, okay? He's an AoE bomb, bruiser, debuffer kind of guy. And that damage increase effect from the passive doesn't work with the bomb damage. Like, calm just wake the fuck up. Hello? He is a bomber. Okay? Buff the bomb damage, not his attack damage. I don't get it. It's so weird. Like they just all in on that passive increasing damage, but not the bomb damage. They just have to add one line that increase the bomb damage by whatever percent. And that's cool. He's going to be a great bomb, dark unit, stun, fun thing. But no, increase the actual attack damage. Like, come on, bro. He is one of the least used LD5. Everyone who has him so far that I talked to hate the Dark Geralt. But no, they still refuse to buff the guy the way it should be. Gojo Water. Ooh, increase defense for 1 turn whenever your turn ends. Okay, that's pretty cool. He gained a bit of attack bar and defense buff whenever he ends a turn. That is really good. I think this guy's okay. Like, he's an AoE strip, and he's skilled with defense, and he self defense buff, so he do more damage, and he survive better. He's okay. He's not like amazing, but I think it's okay. And it's a good thing because they like to allow the unit to self buff when they attack. You know, like Water Nezuko that can shield when she attack. But if she doesn't attack, oops, you know. But this guy gained a defense buff whenever his turn ends. So if he's stunned, he can still gain a defense buff. And he gained a bit of attack bar, which is very, very cool. Fire Gojo. Increase damage dealt by 100% if you get a turn without getting attacked for 1 turn. That is very cool. A small buff for damage right there. I hope they just change the awakening from resist to like crit or speed. Please. Like, when they look at Fire Gojo, okay? They come together in a room, maybe, or maybe it's just one intern. They look at Fire Gojo. Okay, let's give this guy a bit more damage. What is he awakening to again? Resistance? He's a damage dealer, right? Oh, resistant. Make perfect sense. I don't get it. He's not even that OP. He's like B tier at best. He's fun. It's a great damage dealer. He can defense break. But it's not that good. Like, give him fucking crit rate awakening. Like, come on. We need to go past the resistant awakening phase. Like, the resistant awakening, a lot of times, are like a small nerf to the unit. It's like fucking Rock Lee with the weight on the arm and legs. They hold the unit back. Back then, when they released Savannah, the Wind Beast Rider, that thing awakened into resistance for years because Savannah has been one of the best wind unit in the game for casual player, for even endgame player at some point. Not today. So she awakened to resist because she was really good. She does too many things. She speed buff, defense break, pushback, too many things. So the only way to nerf her without nerfing her is to put resist awakening. And now she awakened into accuracy, but still nobody use her unless you are like a new player trying to make a Giants team. So they put rest awakening in some unit to make it fair. Like Wind Twin Angels, like Fire Gojo, like Zeratul back in the day. We need to remove that, all right? Units are so overpowered nowadays. We don't need Rest Awakening unless it's a healer, okay? If it's a healer, Rest Awakening, fine. Like Rest is a copium stat. It's not a real stat. Resistance are there to make you feel good that you may... I find G3 Siege and daily, every single siege, there are still people complain about, oh, my max Red's tank didn't resist the enemy defense. Like, bro, in G3, everyone has above 50 accuracy, minimum, on their unit that can lend debuff. Even Kakarno have good accuracy. So they will lend debuff just fine, no matter how high resist you have. Like, resist is a convenience stat that you get on the unit without worrying too much about it. Like, you happen to have high res, like, great, cool. I'm sorry, I'm rambling too much about resist, but I love Fire Gojo. I love the unit. Every time I look at the Resist Awakening, it hurts my soul. It's so sad. And many other units are awakened to rest as well. Wind Gojo. Skill, I think that is the provoke skill. Now, it provoke enemy for 3 turns if their defense is lower than 40% lower than your defense. 40% or lower than your defense. Oh, 3 turn provoke. That's really good though. And because he scaled defense, a lot of you guys will build him with defense. So they will probably have lower defense than you. So you get 3 turn provoke. Very good. Like 3 turn is no joke. That is a long ass time. You pair that with any attack by pushback or a slow debuff, they will never wake up. They will look at the Wind Gojo forever. Very cool skill. I like that. They're buffing all the Gojos. Yuji, Water, and Light. The damage of the final will be increased by 13%. I think that is the second skill. Okay, a bit of the monthly or balanced patchly damage buff that they have to give to some unit to make it look like they are buffing the unit. Light Yuji has also another identity crisis. He was made to immune, or I think he was immune to Dot, which was very popular in the Dark Assure meta. But people are back to the defense break meta. People are using the Dark Choco Knight for AoE defense break. And soon, people will be using Dark Tanjiro for AoE defense break and slow debuff. The Light Yuji has no use whatsoever. Probably just be there because you have to fill the element quota in this game. Dark Yuji. Decrease skill cooldown by 1 turn each if each hit damage is 10% or more of the enemy max HP. So reducing the condition for the cooldown reduction. But I think it's still very hard to use as a damage dealer. I don't see anyone using this guy except if you have insane Swift Rune and your life was dedicated to either cleave or snipe playstyle. Then when you get this guy, you're like, oh, he's kind of fun, but for an average player, kind of hard to use. But cooldown reduction on this guy, it's going to be very fun. When he violent procs, oh god, he can do it again. Arm and dangerous again. I wonder if anyone get that reference. Nobara, Water, and Dark. Okay, I have these two. Let's see. Here we go. The damage increased by 10% for every harmful effect on the enemy. That was a skill 2. Now, it will block enemy from removing harmful effect for 1 turn with a 50% chance. So the Water one can block them from removing harmful effect with skill 3, and now she can do that with skill 2 as well. The Dark one can block enemy from removing harmful effect as well. They're trying to lay into that blocking, removing harmful effect. But the problem with the water one, the skill 3 doesn't even have 100% activation rate. Shit. Comparing her to Beth, who can defense back and push back attack bar, which is so necessary to be a good control unit nowadays. You need to either push back, maybe a bit of defense break so you can kill faster. Because if you don't have defense break and you don't have any damage mechanic in your kit, like let's say Miles can ignore defense with speed scaling or raw HP damage, something like that. If you don't have defense break in a CC team, it's a follow-up unit. Very hard to use. Very hard. Because you want the game to end quickly when you run a control team. You don't want to control them and like fucking dance around like a fucking party. All right? We don't want to stay there with Juno, Veramos, Velaju, just like dancing around with no defense break. You need to add defense break into these unit so that it will do something, like the Water Nobara. If I play her, I will have a hard time trying to kill the enemy, and they will violent proc. Because the longer the fight is, the more they will violent proc, and it's going to be bad for you. That Velaju violent proc, that Veramos violent proc, you know what I'm talking about. One proc to fuck you over instantly. The Dark Nobara I thought was going to be like the new best unit for the Punisher dungeon because she has defense break, shitty damage, unfortunately. She has buff block, shitty activation rate, and now she has anti-removing debuff, which is irrelevant to her kit anyway. So not a fan, definitely not a fan of this. Draken Warrior, okay, this one might have more potential. Draken Warrior, Water, Wind, Light, Dragon's Breath. So I think this is the skill 2 that absorb attack bar. So now the skill 2 will disturb HP recovery for 2 turns. I like that. The second hit will absorb attack bar with no condition from target with harmful effect. I love it. So in the past, it will need to have a condition, but now no condition and it can heal block. I like that. I like that a lot. Easier to use. And because it set up the heal block in the first hit, the second hit will absorb attack bar more consistently, which is amazing. I like that a lot. Okay, that's pretty cool. Dragon Warrior Fire and Dark will now have damage bonus in Furious Charge. We have to have that at some point to justify this unit. Dragon Warrior Fire, Path of the Brave Warrior. The damage dealt to enemy when you receive HP recovery increase significantly, up to 200%. So when you're trying to heal the Fire Draken Warrior, he will not get heal, he'll get damage boost. You can't heal this guy. He can only heal himself with like maybe Vampire or health balancing skill like Chasun, Harmonia, Yonhong. Those are not direct heal, they are health balancing, HP balancing. So he will probably do more damage, and with the damage increase in the other line, he will hopefully do a bit more damage. So it's just more damage for the Fire Draken Warrior. Is it going to be good enough as a fire solo damage dealer? We have to wait and see. Draken Warrior Win. The Dragon Bombardment or the Strip skill will decrease the HP of enemy with beneficial effect removed up to, from 15% to 20%. The problem with this skill is that it's strip into nothingness. Okay, in 2025, you have to strip into something, or your strip has to bring crazy effect. Like Laura, strip into team buff, amazing. This strip, do a bit of damage. Like, cool. 20%, fine. Like the other unit, Wind Robo with good artifact can probably do the same shit. And it can also push back attack bar. It is very important for unit with AoE strip in 2025 to strip and then do something. Or else, you have to speed tune that thing so perfectly, or your follow-up unit have to be crazy strong. And this guy, yeah, rough. At least the Wind guy can now bring out heal block. So maybe that's something, and the skill 1 can defense break, so that's pretty cool as well. Maybe he's usable, but I'm not very, very optimistic about the Wind Draken Warrior. Dark Draken Warrior, Duo of Honor. Both sides will gain immunity against inability effect in the duo. Oh, you cannot randomly stun the Dark Draken Warrior anymore. It's like a Black King bar, if you know what I'm talking about. So when you duo, you cannot be stunned. So take away the funny despair unit that can stun the Dark Dragon Warrior, and then they can still hit the Dragon Warrior. It's kind of sad. And both sides exchange skill 1 4 times. More attack for the Dark Dragon Warrior to ensure the kill. But I like the stun immunity. So you can hit unit that are on despair rune. But I feel like, okay, the Dark Dragon Warrior need to be immune to all debuff during the duel. Like, he need to be immune. It's not fucking... We don't need to play fair, okay? Fuck fairness. The Dark Dragon Warrior need to be immune to everything. And then do the attack and defense break and shit on the enemy. He needs to be able to do that. But a step into the right direction. I like that. Devil Maiden Fire. Oh my god. They're buffing this unit. The final hit will grant silence for 1 turn. Oh, AoE dot and silence. Okay, you know what? Make her a little bit better. Because in the past... The dot, not good enough. The pushback, not good enough. The silence, maybe. 1 turn, kind of ass because they can violent proc out of it. It's kind of sad that 1 turn debuff is just shit because violent proc exists. But it is a step into the right direction for this unit as well to be more impactful as a last pick for Siege or RTA. Devil Maiden Dark will have cooldown reduction for the Lord of Hell. Cool, nothing too crazy. Mage Fire will have cooldown reduction for the Magic Circle Chaos thingy, pure chaos kind of skill. So you do that more often with the orb thing. Very cool. Holy Berry Cookie Macaroon Guard Win. Oh, cooldown reduction as well for the skill 3 that can shield, defense buff, and decrease cooldown. I think that's going to make this unit buff that thing all the time, which might be really good. Low key. Kind of like that. Looking forward to that. Wind Striker. Holy shit, he got a paragraph. So, the new skill. They take away the old skill. Attack enemy 3 times with attack that will not land as a glancing hit, but can miss crit on fire. The first hit will steal all buff on the enemy and weaken defense for 2 turns. The first hit. The second hit also defense break. So, they're making the defense break very consistent. The third hit will attack the enemy with a powerful finishing strike and become invincible for 1 turn after using the skill. Budget overrun. Okay, so the defense break is very good. But nothing here says that he will stop attacking. Okay, and no more cooldown reset if the attack doesn't make it to the finishing strike. So he will keep attacking regardless. Thank God. Oh my God. Thank you, Kansamida. Okay, because stop attacking midway is kind of sad. So now he will keep attacking. The first hit will steal all buff. And then he can defense break. He can defense break again. And then the last hit will make him invincible and kill the enemy, maybe. So that's pretty cool. He can protect himself better. He can steal the attack buff if you're fighting Adriana, for example, or Kovaci, for example. Very, very cool. Maybe this is going to allow him to be better. Maybe. All right. I'll pick him as a last pick to snipe, like against Ragdoll player kind of thing. That could be pretty cool. Against Leo player, that could be pretty cool. We shall see. Beast Rider Water will have cooldown reduction for the skill 3. Not bad, but that doesn't really solve her problem. Being hard countered by way too many things like Ethna, Leo, and then her damage not that good. She's too stat hungry. If they allow her to surely crit, maybe. Or like self buff, maybe. Fairy King Water. What? I thought this is a balanced unit, but anyway. Decrease the attack buff enemy by 30% when dealing damage with Rageful Return. Oh wow. They're making the skill 3 even better. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay? Not like he needed, but I'll take that. Assassin Fire. Deadly... Assassin Fire. I see my guilty uses sometime to counter Gelnir. Sadly, not very good unit, but hard counter by a 4-star unit. Increase your attack bar by 15% up to 60% whenever an enemy recover health. Oh, this is like super anti-healing comp. So she make the healing worse. She gain damage. I mean, not she gain damage. She gain stack to ignore defense. And now she gain attack bar when they're trying to heal. Very good unit into healing comp in Siege. So if you have a problem with Riley, Gelnir, whatever healing, okay, I don't care. But usually Riley and Gelnir, you bring her in and she'll gain attack bar, have the ignore defense skill 2, and zap one of the healer or kill the enemy threat, whatever you want. Assassin Win. Oh, wow. I'll take that. I'm an assassin lover since day 1 of my YouTube career. She will disturb HP. Oh, forget that. She will... The additional assault will not land as a glancing hit. Oh, if you The problem with the fire assassin is that if you fight a team with fire and her second hit that randomly go to another target, if it goes on the fire unit, oopsie daisy, you didn't do shit. But now, if you jump a fire unit, you jump that fire unit. You slap the shit out of it with an attack that will not land as a glancing hit. But it doesn't mean it will crit, okay? You can still miss crit if you're hitting a fire unit because there's a default minus 15% crit when you're hitting fire. It will just not glance. It will do okay damage. Mystic Witch Fire Awaken. What? 2A unit? What is this? Am I having a buffet? That's crazy. Fire Mystic Witch 2A will now grant immunity on OLI for 1 turn, grant immunity on the ally with harmful effect removed for 2 turns. Oh, they take away the attack bar boost, but they give immunity. So Fire Mystic Witch 2A can now AoE cleanse and immunity. Unit with harmful effect, 2 turn immunity. She has AoE defense break. She is the budget Velajul. Maybe. If you are running Chandra SAGAR but you're not Velajul, this is your Velajul. Because AoE fire unit that can cleanse immunity and defense break in the kit, very cool. That is your Velajul right there. Oh wow. Not bad. Might be usable for siege offense as well because she can provide protection. But no healing in the unit though. That could be a problem. Wait, does she heal? I'm not too sure. Let me check in-game real quick right now. The skill 3 will heal. Oh, she healed too. She is really the budget Velajul. So she heal, cleanse, and immunity your team. Okay, you know what? She might be very solid for siege offense. Pixie Water. What? No way, dude. No way. I hate this unit, by the way. But every time I talk about this unit, there's gonna be that one guy that say, hey, I saw Jubago use this unit in Fire Rift and she look amazing. Okay, anything look amazing in there, to be honest. Pixie Water will now brand. Okay, you know what? Now she's probably insane in Fire Rift and maybe R5. We got a skill 3 that hit random. There's only one target, big damage and brand. Maybe R5 unit, potentially. Pixie Win. Decelerate will now absorb attack by 20%. Oh, better for your TOA and your Giants early game if you're building Win Pixie. Not like I really recommend it, but you can do it. It's another way to conquer the Giants early game and the TOA. Fairy Dark. What? No way. They remember this unit exists. Spirit Curse will remove 1 special effect on a target. Oh, I think the skill that block buff, but now it will strip. Okay, nobody's going to use this, to be honest, but maybe you're going to see it in Special League RTA. You never know. Skill Error. Okay, Skill Error. Not my problem. If you have a problem with these units that happen to have skill error, you can check it out because it's not really any change. Skill animation of some monster will be improved. Skill animation? I don't care about that. How about we have Awakening? Hell Lady Water. Oh, wait, that's my unit. Oh, that's cool. Skill AI of monster will be improved. The skill AI of the Twin Angel Fire Wind Dark will be improved to use the skill in more appropriate condition. We have AI in this game? I thought they just do random shit. I swear, the AI in this game sometimes feel like you have 3 skill, you will randomly use one of the 3. That's it. Like, I swear. Wow. Another balance patch with 0 awakening change and speed leader on leader skill change. Because I really look forward to those in balance patches. It can really make or break a unit. No speed awakening change. So many units still struggle with rest awakening. Very sad. Very depressing. And it has been like 3-4 balance patches with 0 awakening or leader skill change. Oh wait, no. I think we had the Fire Mermaid awakening into speed lead recently. That's pretty cool. Oh wait, no. She just get a free speed lead for guild content. But honestly, we need to have more of that. I feel like it's an okay patch. We are dealing with some problematic LD5. Not mine. Very cool. I like that. Didn't buff any of my LD5. That's fine. I'm cool with that. They buffed the JJK unit. They buffed Draken Warrior. They forgot about Spectre Princess, but that's okay. They just got released. None for the new Demon Slayer collab. Too close, so probably didn't do much about it. But we got some new toy. We got some sort of fun potential new unit. Hopefully they will buff all the unit other than just recently released unit. That'd be very, very cool. Like Ryu Win was a good example. Okay-ish patch would be much better if we have any awakening change or any leader skill change. That'd be very cool. I saw AI, but then it's not really AI. Can we have dungeon AI? That'd be very cool as well. I would say it's a 6.5. Not the worst, not the best. It's like a okay patch. Anyway, guys, looking forward to new things in the game. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And have a good day. Bye-bye.